What's going on, Savage Nation? Savage Civilian back with another new video. Today I wanted to go over belt setups. This is going to be a fairly brief video. I'm going to try to keep it under 10 minutes, and I'm going to go over my belt setups and why they're the way they are. I'm going to start with everyday carry, to range, to my work belt, to a full-blown war belt, bug out, shit hits the fan, whatever you want to call it, type belt. So with no further delay, let's get started. My everyday carry belt have been the core belts for a very long time, which are these style belts. However, I just switched to the next belt about 4 or 5 months ago, and I like this one a lot better. Three main reasons. Number one is it's actually stronger flex-wise, but much lighter. Number two, it has more adjustments than the core does. And most importantly is the core belts, after you wear them for say 6 months or so, they start to fray here. And when it frays here and starts to kind of fold up, it's very difficult to actually put the belt on, because when you go to put it in, this piece kind of hangs up on here. So what Next Belt did is they kind of got rid of that by putting a material there. You can see the difference. So this little V and that rubber material versus the actual belt material makes it where that never happens, and they're just very easy to slide in and out. So I would rock something like this every day, and the only thing I'm going to keep on that is a holster. Now, it could be inside the waistband is going to be a T-Rex holster with a sidecar with probably a TQ or an extra mag, or it may be a Works holster like this, also with an extra mag. These would be for my appendix setup, so these are going to be here. And then if I'm on the outside the waist, I am normally using the T-Rex iron side now. Reason being is this sits very, very flush on you, so it doesn't print much, which is pretty important for having an outside the waistband holster. A lot of them will kind of protrude on you. It's very obvious that you're carrying a gun. The setup they made with these curved belt loops made it where it sits super flush. I was using the Ragnarok for a while, but that's a Ragnarok actually, but the new one is much thinner and sits a lot more flush. So everyday carry would be the Next Belt with just a holster. Going from that, I will go to my range belt. So just to give you an idea, I have a Safariland QLS that's here, but because I don't have the QLS piece on right now, I'm switching stuff around on these belts. Just gonna go like that to give you an idea. So this is the Agilite magnetic, and these are very similar to the Blue Force gear, Haley Strategic. They all make a belt that's kind of this type of layout. I like the magnetic part because I wear a leg strap / thigh strap, so it always, once it clips in, I know my stuff is exactly where I want it to be. So my range belt would have my gun here, I'm a lefty, and then on the right side would just be very simple with mag pouches. For me, that would be either the High Speed Gear tacos, where I'll double them like this, and it'd be AR pistol, or also the Agilite dual pouches. So usually I'll run it like this, so I have 3 pistol and 1 AR. Reason being is my AR magazines I try to keep on my chest rig. My pistol mags I try to keep off my chest rig and in my plate carriers, because I don't train that way and I want to keep it the way that I train. I'm always used to going like this for my mags. I want to keep it that way. So I try to keep much more pistol here and much more rifle here, just so everything is always the same way, no matter if I'm at work, no matter if I'm at the range. It's all going to always be the same repetition. Again, I highly recommend these Agilites or the High Speed Gear tacos. I will leave an Amazon link to these. These are awesome. I will leave an Amazon link to the Next Belt as well. Everything that's available on Amazon, I'll leave a link for. Just so you know, I am not sponsored by any of these companies unless I tell you I am. But if you buy something from my Amazon link, I am an affiliate, so I do get a couple bucks, so I do appreciate that. Lastly, on the range bag, I will also always have a dump bag, dump pouch. These are your lifeline on the range, honestly. If you don't know what they are, it's a bag that kind of forms to your belt. If you open it up, it opens like this. And then as you're shooting, your empty magazines, you know, casings that if it was a failure to fire, extra ear pro, anything like that, you'll throw in this bag instead of needing to go around and pick everything up off the ground after. So this is probably the most used thing on my belt next to my gun. Next, we will go to my work belt. My work belt is also the same Agilite magnetic, and to give you an idea what the inner magnetic looks like, it is this Velcro belt, and you can see those little 2 round pieces. Those are the magnets. So I put this on my pants. It holds my pants up. It has a very nice feature where this kind of locks into here, and then this will go through this hole, obviously, and tighten and come back. And then I'm going to have these dead center of my back. So when I put my work belt on, those 2 magnets are going to click here, and it's going to know exactly which dead center for the way I have this belt set up. This belt that I wear for work every day is very simple. I try to keep weight on my chest stuff and off my waist, especially if I'm in a car a lot. So I just have a Safariland setup with a thigh strap, QLS system with my holster that goes on here, which is a Safariland as well, with the tourniquet mount from RDR Gear. The other side, to show you how much I like those mags, is also the Agilites. And then this is just handcuff keys that stay on the front. So that's all I wear on my work belt. Reason being, my IFAK kit is a small pouch on my vest that I wear at work. And everything else like handcuffs, flashlight, all stays on my outer carrier as well. So belt is super light, super simple. It's just my gun, tourniquet, magazines. Now last, probably the fun part, the one you guys wanted to see the most, this is my actual war belt. So this stays in my car in case shit got really bad at work, or if shit hit the fan and it's civil unrest or The Walking Dead, all that kind of stuff, that's when this belt would come out. This is a high-speed gear. This belt has like a gel system throughout the entire thing on the outer part, and then the inner part is a very heavy-duty Velcro. It is extremely comfortable. I would wear one of these at work if we were allowed, but they're a little too thick to look professional. If you don't know what I do by now from following the channel, I do a lot of contract work, mainly for Department of Homeland Security. So they're cool with whatever colors we want to wear and stuff, but they try to keep it semi-professional on like the thickness and whatnot. I don't have to wear like your 511 belt like this. I can rock the Agilite, but they try to keep it. This looks a little more scary than they want you to look for no reason. So again, this setup is high-speed gear. I have a full clip on here if I needed to get dragged, if I needed to jump, anything like that. This is where my cuff keys and stuff would go. This is my holster setup. This setup is a QLS system on a True North Concepts drop. These are very, very high quality. I also have a thigh strap on here. This thigh strap is from T-Rex. Moving to my left side is a full IFAK kit. This is equipped with another tourniquet and a ton of blood loss stuff, quick clot, stop the bleed, etc. And then the other side coming around is another dump pouch, because we talked about how important they are. The reason I think they're very important on a shit hits the fan war belt is because not really so much for picking up your mags and stuff like you would at the range, but scavenging type stuff. If you found some ammo, or you took ammo or magazines or whatever off an enemy, that can go into this, and it's your easy way to get it back. And then moving back over, this is a triple high-speed gear mag setup, and that's a single high-speed gear AR. And then we're back to the front. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to give you an idea. I've had multiple people ask about what belt was for what, or the way I run them the way I do. That's why. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions. As always, I respond to everyone. Might take an hour, it might take a day, but I will get back to you. And if you actually want to see a very similar video to what we just did with a plate carrier, like showing my work vest, my range vest, and my war vest, I would gladly do that. Just drop a comment below and let me know. Yeah, and like I said, I'll leave some links below to all this stuff. I don't want to drag this video on. I wanted to break through it real quick. As always, thank you guys so much for subscribing. We're so close to getting to 4,000 followers. I'm sorry, 4,000 subscribers. We are almost at 20 channel members, so consider joining and becoming a member. All the super thanks and member stuff comes right back into the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.
Like,
Comment,
comment,
and subscribe.
and subscribe.
Thank you.
Thank you.